Ever since Maverick Vinales finished in last position at Sachsenring, he has been in the headlines for one reason or another. We went into the summer break with the announcement of early termination of contract between Maverick Vinales and Yamaha effective end of 2021. All of us expected the announcement from Aprilia to come out soon after. But the summer break went by, the Styrian GP went by, and even the Austrian GP went by, and still there was no announcement regarding Maverick's future. But as we now know, it's official. Maverick Vinales will rejoin his old teammate from Suzuki days on the Aprilia RSGP next year. But that's not a fun way of telling the story. We skipped all the interesting bits which took place over the last few weeks. So let's go through the scenic journey Maverick Vinales took before he finally put ink to paper. My name is Sankalp and this is your Racing News Fix. Before we go any further, if you want to go through the journey of Maverick Vinales since he joined Yamaha in 2017 and how there were always signs that it was probably never going to work out, I made this video a couple of weeks ago. So do check it out if you haven't already. I'll also leave a link in the description box below. Let's start at the pre-event press conference of the Styrian GP. Maverick started by apologizing for his behavior at Assen, where despite being on the podium, he didn't look happy at all. As we will come to know, this won't be his last apology. But we are getting ahead of ourselves. Back to the Styrian GP press conference. Vinales started by saying, "I want to take the opportunity and apologize to the fans. Sometimes I don't present myself in the best way, but I'm dealing with a new situation. It's difficult, I'm very frustrated. Sometimes I am not good at communication, but I'm learning. I'm trying to improve and give more information about what's going on." From there on, Maverick looked cheerful and happy and even praised Yamaha whilst mentioning his own issue by saying, "Yamaha is a great team, but not for me at this moment. We weren't able enough to find my best performance." On Sunday, Maverick got a strong start and was feeling good, but that didn't last long as the race was red flagged due to the fireball incident on turn 3. The second start wasn't so good for him. For starters, he stalled the bike before the warm-up lap and had to start from the pit lane, and later revealed that he felt something weird with the rear tire even on the sighting lap. Starting from the pit lane dropped him at least 5 seconds behind the pack, and although he recovered a few places by half race distance, he started dropping back again, hinting towards some kind of problem, and even got overtaken by Cal Crutchlow, who's completely out of practice and on a 2-year-old bike. A few spectators mentioned online regarding his bike making loud noise on the start-finish straight as if it was sitting on the rev limiter. His lap times also dropped by 5 seconds for 2 laps before he finally decided to pull into the pits and put an end to his misery. We thought that was the end of it and he'll try again at the Austrian GP. Come Thursday, and surprise surprise, Yamaha suspended Maverick Vinales and withdrew him from the Austrian GP due to unexplained irregular operation of the motorcycle by the rider during last weekend's Styria MotoGP race. Yamaha concluded that Vinales' actions could have potentially caused significant damage to the engine of his YZR M1 bike, which could have caused serious risk to himself and possibly pose a danger to all the riders in the MotoGP race. Soon, more and more video clips started surfacing, and eventually MotoGP also released the onboard footage of him entering the pit lane, showing him unnecessarily revving the M1 to the rev limiter multiple times. Following the release of the video, a lot of news outlets and pundits started contemplating whether Vinales has already had his last race with Yamaha, and rumors of Cal Crutchlow replacing him from Silverstone onwards for the rest of the season started doing rounds. While the media didn't spare anyone and every rider on the grid was asked about what they thought about Vinales' actions, almost everyone decided against saying anything directly. For instance, teammate Fabio Quartararo plainly said, "I have no proper comments. Not really surprised. I think and I guess many people know what happened. For me, it's no problem to ride alone. Difficult to say something. Better ask Yamaha people than myself." And Marc Marquez completely deflected the question and said that they have enough problems of their own to think about others' problems. Jack Miller, however, was a bit critical of the behavior and said, "I'm not saying that one side or the other is wrong. It is what it is. It's a matter between them. At the end of the day, however, it's a relatively simple thing. You get paid to ride a motorcycle. It's that simple. You are not here to be an influencer or whatever those idiots want to be. We get paid to ride the motorcycles." 2 days later, on Saturday, Vinales released a formal apology to Yamaha accepting all the blame. In the apology, Vinales said, "It is very sad. The situation is very strange. It's difficult for me. I consider myself lucky that I have people here who are close to me. I'm sad that it went like this. In the end, a lot of frustration had built up in me because many races had not gone as I had imagined in my head. It was a difficult moment for us. It was a moment of great frustration. The first race was perfect. The truth is that I started the second half of the season with a lot of strength, mainly because I wanted to achieve good results. But then everything went a bit wrong. I had a frustration in me, an inner explosion that I couldn't handle properly. I apologize to Yamaha for driving in the wrong way on the last few laps. That's why I want to apologize to everyone at Yamaha. It was not my intention that it would end like this. When asked about the fairness of the decision taken by Yamaha, he said, "It was a decision by Yamaha that I respect and accept because I am a Yamaha rider." And answering whether he thinks there is still a chance to find a solution with Yamaha, he added, "I don't know. For now, I just want to stay calm and think about everything a little bit and try to come back strong." On Sunday, Monster Energy Yamaha Racing team manager Massimo Marigali said that they were happy with Maverick's decision to apologize and take responsibility, and Yamaha accepts his apology, but didn't comment on whether Vinales will ride the Yamaha again or not. After the release of the formal apology on Saturday, a lot of riders came forward in support of Vinales on Sunday, including the likes of Valentino Rossi, Marc Marquez, Joan Mir, Aleix Espargaro and Cal Crutchlow. The latest development in Vinales saga happened on Monday, August 16th. Aprilia, the Nuale factory, have confirmed that the Spaniard will join Aleix Espargaro on RSGP next season. From what we know, it's a one-year contract with an option for renewal. With his future secured on the much improved Aprilia RSGP, the question regarding his presence still remains. Will he race again on the M1 in 2021? I think only Lynn Jarvis knows the answer to that at the moment. This has been an eventful year for Maverick, to say the least. For the sake of his mental well-being, let's hope this marks the end of him being in the headlines for the wrong reasons. If there are any more pieces to fall in the story, I'll make sure you hear all about it right here in your Racing News Fix. If you made it till here, let me know by giving this video a big thumbs up. To stay up to date on all things MotoGP, hit the subscribe button and don't forget the notification bell. Here are 2 more videos which you might enjoy. My name is Sankalp and I'll be back with another video very soon.